right, we're gonna do some Daoist Snake Qigong. This bad boy goes right there. And so this is what is this? It's the Spring Festival or Chinese or Lunar New Year, and it's the year of the snake. So I thought maybe a good time to do some Daoist Snake Qigong practice. We're gonna start with some warm-ups. You begin with the hands beside the body like so, and you're just gonna begin swaying the hands forward and back. Keep the back to the hands forward, and the palms are kind of pushing back. So it's like, I don't know, it's sort of like you're in a canoe and you're sort of paddling along, although I guess this wouldn't be a very efficient or effective way of paddling, even if you didn't have a paddle, but your hands are in the water like so. And you can sway the hips forward and back a little bit with it. You're not trying to bring the breath into phase with the movement here. You're just kind of swaying and try to cultivate a sense of there being serpentine-like motions to the arms. I'll show you from the sides. You're swaying forward and back, and just like so, just kind of get it going. And you can make the amplitude a little bit higher. I guess it's bigger or higher. I don't know. The amplitude of the serpentine-like waves. It's getting bigger. And then at some point, you kind of transition to wiping the tabletop. So imagine there's a tabletop or a counter in front of you, and your job is to wipe it with the palms. And so it's like you're making these big figure eights out in front of you. And the hand sweeps out and forward and then back in along the center line, more or less, as you're sweeping and wiping the table. And there's variations you can do here. So you might pull back in with the elbow each time, maybe even looking behind you. Get that kind of feel to it. And after you do that for a while, you might bring the hands around and focus on the inside edge of the hand as you're sweeping forward. And you can just kind of play around like this, as people do. This is kind of just warm-up exercises, but they could be their own sort of practice, right? You can do this. You're in the doctor's office waiting around. What else are you going to do? You do some serpentine-like Daoist Snake Qigong warm-ups, and everybody loves it. And then you come on back to just swaying forward and back like so. Swaying forward and back. And then you bring that kind of to a still point. All right, let's do a couple of the moves from what's called the Daoist Snake Frolic advanced breathing exercise. I'm just going to do a couple of them. It's an overarching set of like 12 moves, but we'll do just a couple of them. So start like this. Start like so. Take your right hand if you're going to mirror me. You're going to breathe into the nose. You're going to bring that hand up in front of the shoulder. It's kind of looking out like this, like it's a snake head, like your hand is a snake head. And you're going to push it forward and you're going to hiss like a snake. You're going to go, and you're going to breathe back into the nose as you bring it back. Then you're going to send it out to the side and kind of spiral down, sending it out and forward and back in along the center line a few times. And you're going to shift and switch. Breathe in. I guess you're not shifting. You just breathe in. You're going to push it out and hiss. Go. That was a little bit of intense of a hiss. You can make it softer. Breathe in as you pull that hand back, and breathe out through the nose as you gently spiral the hand down, palm down. Breathe into the nose. If you're mirroring it to the right hand, breathe back into the nose, and then breathe out through the nose as you spiral it down. Breathe into the nose, hissing through the teeth. Breathe into the nose as you come back. Breathe out through the nose as you spiral it down. We'll do a couple more. So breathe in. Breathe in through the nose. Spiral out as it comes on down. One more each side. Breathe in. Breathe back into the nose. Breathe out through the nose and spiral it down. And then last one. Actually, we started with this side, so we'll do one more each side. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out and hiss. Go. Breathe back into the nose and spiral out, coming down the side. Okay, now the last one. Breathe in. Breathe back into the nose and spiral out. So That's the first move from the advanced snake breathing exercises. The next one we're going to do, you need to know a little kind of mudra for the hands. It's called snake hands. So you have your hands like so. You're going to bend the fingers down. The thumbs are out to the side, not necessarily 90 degrees, not pressed up, just like so. And you extend the middle fingers. This is called snake hands. And you're going to do that at the end of this next move. You can do it anytime you want, but we're going to do it at the end of the move. But just remember, that's snake hands. So for this one, you're going to breathe into the nose, hands come up there in fists in front of the shoulders. Then you're going to breathe out through the nose, just let it go. And you're going to keep the hands in fists. You're going to extend the middle fingers forward. And I kind of think of this as like there's maybe a big filing cabinet in front of you. And for whatever reason, you just got to stand here and you're going to push forward with the index fingers, the rest of the hand, the rest of the fingers in a fist. Just kind of push away from you. So your hands are up like this. And then you're going to breathe in as you push out with the index fingers. And breathe out through the nose as you come back in. And now hands still in fists, but the middle finger's facing forward. You're going to breathe in through the nose as you push. Breathe out through the nose as you come back. Now the ring fingers are forward. Rest of the fingers and thumbs and fists. Breathe in through the nose. And also imagine breathing in through the ring fingers. Breathe out through the nose as you come back. Pinky fingers. Breathe in through the nose as you push out. Breathe out through the nose as you come back. Thumbs. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Breathe in through the nose and then open the fists. Release the hands down. Now we're halfway there, living on a prayer. We're going to do the rest of this move. The phase of the breathing is going to be reversed. Just follow along. So breathe in through the nose. Hands come up in fists in front of the shoulders. Extend the index fingers forward. This time you're going to breathe out through the nose as you push forward. Breathe in through the nose as you come back. Now middle fingers forward. Breathe out through the nose. Maybe even imagine breathing out through those middle fingers. Breathe in through the nose as you come back. Ring fingers. Breathe out through the nose. Breathe in, pinkies. Breathe out, pushing that filing cabinet out. Come back. Now thumbs. Breathe out as you go out. Breathe in as you come back. But this time only halfway back. And then your palms are up. It's like Stevie Nicks saying, stand back. I don't know if she would say it like that, but like, stand back. Your hands are like so. And now fingers are up. You're just going to let the rhythm of your breath be natural. You're going to take your hands out to the side, point the fingers down, and then they come back up. Turn the palms towards you. They come down toward the center now. Now be careful. This can really sort of work the tendons and joints of the forearms and wrists and all that stuff. So it comes up, palms away from you, out to the side, up, palms towards you, and down. So up, palms away, up, palms towards you. A couple more times. Out and around. Palms towards you. Out and around. Palms towards you. One more time. Out and around. Palms towards you. Now come up. Now there's imagine there's an iron ball just floating in front of you. You're like, holy hell, there's an iron ball just floating here. What would you do? You'd be like, oh, I don't believe it. I'm going to kind of run my hands over the surface. Wow. Holy crap balls. There's a iron ball in front of me. But now you're going to try to crush the iron ball because that's what you want to do. But you're going to squeeze as you run the hands down the side, try to crush that iron ball using all the muscles you would use to do so. Crush the iron ball. Crush the iron ball. You could do this maybe 3 times, but like we're going hog wild here. We're trying to crush it. Crush it. And then hands come up and breathe out, release, float down. And then your hands are in that snake hands at the bottom, like you're pointing the index fingers down as if that helps you connect to the earth. And then release. Now we're going to skip some moves. We're going to do one more from this breathing set. This is King Snake worships the sun. So feet about shoulder width apart. And you're going to begin with their hands and fists, palm up, hands to the side. Now, the way this was taught to me, I think my hands were in front of the body, but I tend to do this when I do this. My hands back at the sides, kind of like they're chambered for martial arts, except a little bit higher than the belt channel. I don't know if I'm getting that right or not, but this is how I do it. So here we go. Elbows are back. Now you're going to bring the hands into snake hands, palm up, the side. And you're going to push forward with that index finger, and you're going to kind of corkscrew the hands out to the height of the shoulders. And you're going to release the fingers. And then you're going to squat the butt back, kind of float down. And then at the bottom, your hands are in snake hands, pointing down. The index finger is pointing down. And you can stand up, kind of like a gunslinger in the Old West, except instead of guns, you got snake hands. And then your hands are going to come to fists. You're going to curl up, elbows back. And the way I do it is I bring the hands up along the side of the body. And then hands and snake hands palm up. You're going to corkscrew out, push out, release the fingers. Squat your butt back, float down. Hands and snake hands pointing down. Stand on up. Hands and fists. You curl up. Snake hands palm up. Reach out. Release the fingers. Float down. Stand up. Hands and snake hands. Curl up and fists. Snake hands palm up. You corkscrew out. Release the fingers. And down. Stand up in snake hands. Fists, the elbows go back. Snake hands palm up. You corkscrew out. Release the fingers. Squat down. Stand up, hands and snake hands. Fists. Snake hands palm up. Corkscrew out. Release the fingers. We'll do 2 more. Come all the way down. Up. Fists. Snake hands palm up. Corkscrew out. Release the fingers. Down. Come up. Not corkscrew. Curl up. Hands and snake hands, corkscrew out. We'll go all the way through it. Release the fingers, float down, stand up, hands and snake hands. Come up, hands and fists. All right, now, take your right hand, and I'm going to use my left. Don't freak out. I'm mirroring you. That hand's in a snake hands posture. Palm up. The other hand's in fist. You're going to take, what is this? Your right hand. You're going to send it out to the side. The back of the hand leads the way. Keep it in snake hands and comes in front. Then you pull it back. Send it out around to the side. Pull back, keep it in snake hands. Send it out around the side, back of the hand leads the way. Pull that bad boy back. Now keep this hand in snake hands. This hand is in snake hands. You're going to send it out to the side. Back of the hand leads the way. Pull back, palm up. Back of the hand leads the way. Pull back and up. It's like it's a good move you could bust out at the club, you know? You're just, everybody's dancing, you got something new, you go, whoo, snake hands around. Pull back, now hands and fists. Lift, turn the palms over, and release that out. And that's King Snake worships the sun. Now we're going to jump ahead. We're going to do just one piece. They're not giving the whole form here, but that's all right. You can do little bits and pieces. From the snake, the Daoist Snake Frolic practice, there's a variety of kind of moving, standing forms. Well, here's one of them. So start with your right foot. 45-degree angle, kind of weights on the right foot. And remember, the left foot's forward, the ball, the foot down, a kind of version of cat stance, if you will. And you're going to have your, what is this? Your right hand, if you're mirroring me, your right hand's palm down at the side, kind of like you're resting on a table, and your other hand's in front. So if this is your left hand in front, you're going to spiral that hand around in front. And if you're mirroring me and it's your left foot in front, then as you look down at that hand, you're spiraling it clockwise. You're just kind of spiraling it. And you can bring the hips into it a little bit. So it's like the hip is turning a little bit to swing it out. I'm kind of exaggerating. Swing it out. Swing it out. Oh, this is kind of funky looking. You could bust this move out of the club too, but we're just getting ready for something. So now you got the move. That left hand's in front. You're going to spiral it once. Spiral it again, and this time you're going to bring it up, spiral it out, and boom! You don't say boom, but kind of snaps out. And then you release it down, and the front foot goes flat. Now, I'm going to give you a variation of this. We're going to do in a moment. You could turn on the ball of the foot, which is how it's taught to me, but I like, at least for my knee, a lot of times I'm doing my own, I'll do it this following way. You lift the toes up on that front foot. Turn it out 45 degrees on the heel. Place that front foot flat. You take your right hand, you're going to swing it back. You're going to shift and come forward. So now your left hand, if you're mirroring me, is palm down, fingers facing forward like it's resting on something. And now your front hand, if you're mirroring me, it's the right hand, is going to do the spiraling. And that front foot, the ball of the foot is down. You're in a cat stance on your left foot, 45-degree angle on the left foot. You're going to spiral it. We're just going to practice the spiraling a few times, just like so. Let the hip kind of do the spiraling. If you're mirroring me and this is your right hand forward, then as you look down at it, it's going counterclockwise. All right? So now, what you actually do is just 2 circles and then pop. So 1, 2, boom. The boom, you stay. Keep that on the inside. Front foot goes flat. turn on the heel so the front foot's at a 45-degree angle. You can't see it, I don't think, in the camera angle, but trust me, I'll move back a little so you can see. And then now this is going to become the front hand in a moment, but your left hand turns palm up. You shift and you turn around to the front. Front foot is now your left foot in a cat stance, ball the foot down. Now this, what hand is this? Your right hand, you're pressing it down, fingers forward, palm flat. Now this is the spiral hand. So this hand, your left hand, you're gonna go clockwise. 1, 2, snap. Release down, front foot flat. Turn the front foot on the heel. Again, it was taught to me to turn it on the ball of the foot, but this is how we're doing it here, all right? So for a purist, I'll let you know how I learned it. Now the backhand, or what's going to become the backhand, is your right hand turns up, you shift around, and now front foot's in a cat stance. I'll move back so you can see. You'd be walking forward into the screen if you're doing this and you're not adjusting. That's okay, just don't hurt yourself. So now, what is this? Left hand, fingers facing forward. We'll do this last one here. So this is now your right hand in front. You're going to spiral it once, spiral it twice, boom, and then release. Now you can keep doing that on your own, but let's call that a day. So that's bits and pieces of Daoist Snake Frolic, or Daoist Snake Qigong. So happy Year of the Snake, or the Spring Festival, or the Lunar New Year. One way to close, you just place the hands over the navel. It doesn't really matter for us, like which hand is forward and which hand is back, but if we think of this form as, let's say that your right side is your yang side, your left side is yin, then you might, if you're a woman or a girl, gendered or sexed in that way, your hands are over the navel, Laogong points lined up with your left hand out. And if you're a man or a boy and you're gendered or sexed in those ways, you would have the right or yang hand outward, the left hand touching the body. And if you thumb your nose at the gender norms or the sex-based norms, and you just want to lay your hands on your abdomen and not think about it too much, let your freak flag fly, and no harm will come to you. And then sort of all of the, the tones, such as I used here, just take a moment, let that go. Knees are soft, not locked. You can close the eyes if you want, but maybe just hear half-open lids and a gentle downward glance. And just take a moment to notice anything arising inside the body, anything arising at the surface of your body, and anything coming from outside. And then you release. Look around. You might bring your hands together, maybe bow to the space we've created, the work we've done, and go about your day and pretend that nothing happened.